how the bricks left for looters and rioters are pointing towards deep state and central intelligence involvement. Coming up next on your daily congressional briefing with Congressional Candidate Matthew D. Heines.
My name is Matthew Heines. I'm a veteran. I'm a veteran of the 82nd Airborne. I took the oath, and I'm here to defend my state.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to your daily congressional briefing with Matthew Heines. I am running for the 1st District in Washington State for the U.S. House of Representatives. As such, I am an independent. I am also being heavily censored by YouTube, Google, and all of the other social media. So please like, share, and subscribe wherever you see me. Okay, you guys, the first thing that I want to ask you is, who has the power to allow Arabs and Egyptians into our country to take flight training, raise a bunch of flags at the CIA, and then completely quash it? Who has the power to get Arab supposed terrorists onto planes with those little box cutters with nobody even batting an eye? Who has the power to do that? Who had the power to even know a box cutter would be allowed on an airplane? So the answer to this is very simple, and you can keep asking the questions, and they all point to the same answer. The only organization that has the power to do this is the Central Intelligence Agency and, of course, the FBI. But we're just going to look at the Central Intelligence Agency first. Now, I want to tell you as an ex-military person that these bricks being left in the street, it's a military operation, okay? There is no doubt about it. In a military operation, you have to have supply, you have to have reinforcement, and you have to have communication. Well, that is all going on. But who has the power to leave bricks on a city street and nobody asks any questions? And who's not asking questions? The police, the city workers, residents. Nobody's asking any questions. So, at least you would have to have a permit to drop bricks off in a city street. So obviously the cities are involved. Now, does the CIA have the ability to tell a city what to do and tell its police force what to do? Absolutely, part of the Patriot Act. Does the CIA have a bunch, and FBI have a millions, if not billions, of dollars to spend on anti-terrorism campaigns? Yes, they do. So what do they do with this money? Well, they go around and they try to incite people to commit violence or say something that they can arrest them for. And that's exactly what they're doing now. But what they're doing now is they are showing the poor people of this country that after we can lock you up in your house or kill you at our whim. And if you don't like that, we're going to send these mobs of people that we have immigrated into this country to act as, foreign combatants in the United States. And we're going to use them on you. So first they lock us up, and then they turn the terrorists on us. So what is the ultimate objective of these people? The ultimate objective of these people is political. Obviously, there's this thing about Donald Trump. And if you go back to the coronavirus, came right after the impeachment, right after the coronavirus comes this killing of this guy. We don't even know who George Floyd is. We don't even know who the guy that killed him is. We just know that they worked at a bar together. So there's something more going on, and we need to find out who this guy is that actually killed him and find out if this is not a deep state operation in itself just to have this result. So what do they have to gain from this? Well, obviously it's political. And obviously the Central Intelligence Agency does not want what is going to happen of the investigations from what Obama's been tried to do to Donald Trump. They can't have that happen, because if they do, well, a lot of people in the CIA are going to go to jail. Well, I'm Matthew Heines, and I am going to, as soon as I get in the House of Representatives, I'm going to sponsor legislation to immediately cut by 10% every year the operations of the Central Intelligence Agency and the FBI. We are going to root out the bad characters. We're going to root out the people that hate America. We're going to root out the people that hate Christians. We're going to root out the people and the operations that spy on American citizens. And that's what we're going to do, because until we do that, the CIA, people we don't even vote for, and that includes Fauci and the CDC and all these people, they are the country. There is no constitution, there is no freedom, and you're going to be locked into your house until you're dead. If that's not the future you want, you can always vote for me, Matthew Heines. Now I have a message for everybody that is attending these demonstrations, for the police, for the National Guard. If you see people dropping bricks, grab them. If you're not in law enforcement or the National Guard or the military, take their pictures. Get something that identifies them and post that on the internet so we can find out who these people are. If you're in law enforcement, it is your duty, when you see people dropping these bricks off, they are aiding in breaking the law. You need to arrest these people and find out who they are and shake them out. And if police do not arrest these people in cities like Seattle, Portland, obviously Minneapolis, and New York, what more proof do you need that those police are involved with the deep state and they are behind the riots and the looting? Now, the last thing I'm going to give you as evidence before I go is in 1996, I believe I was overseas at the time, but remember the Seattle riots? And remember that they were peaceful until these people started showing up and breaking windows and stealing and rioting and looting. And who were those people? Well, the Central Intelligence Agency and the FBI have what we call counterintelligence operations. And that's what those people do. They act like the people they're supposedly that are our enemies, and they incite them to do things so they can arrest them. So this is what's going on. And we need to grab those people that are doing those things, that are dropping off the bricks. First of all, arrest them and find out who they are. Shake them out. If you see any of these rats that are inciting violence, you grab them, you take their picture, do something, but find out who they are, identify them, and pass that along. Now, if you're in a militia, if you're trying to guard your property, I just want to give you some advice. Do not put out your security in front of your operation. You can put out signs that say trespassers will be shot, etc., etc., but you are going to put yourself in a lot of danger by putting yourself in front of a store. What you need to do is find a position where you have cover and concealment, and let people know that if they approach that store, they will be fired upon. But do not reveal your position. I'm an old infantryman, and this is what I know. Also, I know, make sure you have security on each ends of your street, and make sure you have security high up, because you don't want to be enveloped vertically, as they say. All right, so that's my briefing for today. You guys be safe out there. You know what we're up against. We're up against the United States government and nothing more. So this is no cause for you to get violent or angry. Just grab the people responsible, because we're going to bring them to justice, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to shut down this immigration, I'm going to shut down the CIA, and I'm going to shut down the FBI. And if they won't let me, I'm going to tell you why they won't. So, I'm Matthew Heines. I hope you'll vote for me in the 1st Congressional District in Washington State. Have a nice day.
My name is Matthew Heines. I'm a veteran. I'm a veteran of the 82nd Airborne. I took the oath, and I'm here to defend my state,